Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. So I finally got to put my Insta360 One X2 camera through its paces during a recent trip to Japan. And in this video, I'll be sharing my experience with it as a travel camera. Is this type of camera really just for extreme sports, or is it worth picking up for the average traveler? Let's dive in. For the trip, I packed the Insta360 One X2 along with 2 spare batteries, a 3-port fast charger, and some extra microSD cards. The goal was to get a bunch of footage of me and my family as we went through our travel itinerary, so I could later edit together a video montage to commemorate our adventures once we got back home. I used the camera in a variety of ways as we explored the streets of Tokyo, Kyoto, and Osaka over the course of 10 days. Either handheld on a flexible tripod, mounted on the end of a selfie stick, attached to the shoulder strap for first-person view shots, and extending out of my backpack for that unique third-person perspective. The Insta360 line of cameras have excellent image stabilization built into the devices, as well as in the editing software, which allows it to capture smooth footage even when it was bouncing around when we were running to catch the train. Of course, I didn't have the camera on the entire time as that would burn through the batteries and storage faster than intended. I still had to switch it on when I wanted to capture something, which was easy enough thanks to the quick capture feature. One press of the button and the camera turns on and starts recording, and pressing it again saves the file and turns the power off. Now because the One X2 shoots in 360 degrees, I didn't have to put too much thought into aiming the camera and framing my shots. If there's a clear line of sight between the subject and one of the dome-shaped lenses, then I can be sure I'm capturing that angle in the footage. Each battery gave me roughly 1.5 hours of recording time for a total of 4.5 hours of footage each day. The 3-bay quick charger was definitely worth taking along, as I could top up all 3 batteries simultaneously and be ready for the next day. We did encounter some rain during the trip, so the IPX8 water resistance rating on the camera also came in handy. The One X2 has a 1/4-inch mounting point on the bottom, so you can use it with most camera mounting accessories. And for run-and-gun filming, this flexible tripod from Ulanzi was excellent for the job. I could easily hook it to my bag's shoulder strap when we were running around, use it as a short selfie stick for handheld mode, and mount it to a tree branch or fence post for hands-free shots. When used in tandem with an extendable selfie stick, the image processing is able to edit out the pole, so it looks as if the camera is floating or is being held by another person. Technically, this can be done with a conventional camera and some editing, but having the work done for you is definitely a plus for this device. The Insta360 software allows me to keyframe the footage and adjust the point of view during editing, so I can cherry pick the best angles and clips from hours of 360 footage. Here's a couple of clips that are presenting different angles and locked on to different subjects, but are in fact exported from the exact same recording. I would have needed 2 conventional action cameras to capture the same footage, and I can tell you there's absolutely no way I could operate 2 cameras simultaneously. All of these points make an Insta360 camera sound like the perfect addition to your vlogging kit, but it does have its limitations. The X2 captures clear, smooth video when the environment is well lit, but it struggles in low light conditions, so I couldn't use it much at night. The footage gets grainy and even the stabilization appears to suffer, so I still had to resort to my phone camera during our evening walks. That said, the newer Insta360 One X3 is fitted with a slightly larger sensor, which should translate to improved low light footage. Another issue I encountered was heat buildup during a particularly warm trek up the Fushimi Inari Shrine, which caused the device to abruptly shut down. This is likely a safety feature built in, and it did manage to save the footage prior to turning itself off. The Insta360 app for iOS and Android is geared towards creating short, interesting clips suitable for sharing on social media. This is evident in the various creative modes and filters it offers. ShotLab walks you through the recording process to produce some really unique clips, and even gives you the option of having your videos edited together using AI. Unfortunately, this feature is only available on the mobile app, so if you're using the desktop version to create long-form content like a YouTube video, you'll still have to use ShotLab on your phone if you want to incorporate its features into your final cut. Lastly, because the lens is dome-shaped, there will always be a slight fisheye effect on your footage. This is just the price you pay for capturing video in 360 degrees. What makes this great as a travel camera compared to a conventional camera or a phone camera is its ability to film everything around it all at once. This means that I could experience everything with my own eyes instead of having to look through a viewfinder or a phone screen. It lets you capture unique and creative angles that would otherwise require an entire camera crew to duplicate. And combined with a powerful editing software, you can even relive each moment from a different perspective. Experienced videographers and photographers will still prefer a full-frame camera when it comes to picture quality. However, for the average consumer that just wants a simple run-and-gun device to capture the moment, a 360 camera like the One X2 is more than enough. Now, 360 cameras have been around for quite some time, and I'm sure you've seen these jutting up over the crowds in tourist hotspots. But be aware that different cultures may perceive them differently. This type of camera records everything around it, so always be tactful and ethical when using these devices. I hope this video provided you with some insights on whether a 360 camera will be a good addition to your travel gear. And if you've already traveled with one, feel free to share your experience down in the comments. Links to both the One X2 and the X3 will be down in the description if you're interested in trying them yourself. This video was not sponsored, but using my affiliate links helps support the channel at no additional cost to you. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you found this video helpful. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.